Chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Running from the gun with Henry. And some space here.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10. That's a 39-yard.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Jackson now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Jackson from the shotgun. A slant route caught by Bateman. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Ravens.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And unable to connect.
They don't get the two-point conversion here.
That keeps the score Broncos 7, Ravens 6.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. A solid stiff arm. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they sail. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a first down in field goal range already. That one looks like he'll throw here. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Adam Troutman, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Broncos are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
14, Ravens 6. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll bring it up here right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 40.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
The 46-yard line.
Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's going to be brought down right there at the 29-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Man, and he hits him in stride. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have two to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game. It's caught at the one, and he will get in. The two-point conversion is good, and we may be on our way to overtime. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Nix to the air. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll have a first down to the 45, but the tackle comes inbounds. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now second down and a few inches. Back to throw. Nix. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23.
And the Broncos first down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Broncos. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think they should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Yeah, well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to put him in his hands and let him work his magic.
And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
The short throw caught by Andrews. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the 1st down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin him down deep, and play field position.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Throwing Nix. Dobbins with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
To throw is Nix. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, certainly this defense knew that a field goal would beat them, and in this football game, they came up with a gigantic interception right there, CD.
Maybe not a surprise to either one of us because both of these defenses have been dominant throughout this game. Right now, if you're playing on offense, you're just hoping that they make a mistake on the other side and you can capitalize on it because making headway has been really difficult all game long.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Hey, middle.
Throwing, Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on first down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 7. Now it's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. Into the hands of Ingram. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Nix. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. Back to the air with Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So Frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. Overtime with 2 minutes to play. We are in sudden death, but still all tied up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Jones. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. With veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
And it's 4th down.
So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. And finally, this one is over. We thought it may never end. But that kick puts the exclamation mark on it. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel.
You don't realize they ain't even get you a chance, bro. They're supposed to give you a chance.
So that's a wrap for Charles.
They're supposed to give you a chance to score, bro.
And this has been a presentation of the NFL.
GG's, bro. GG's. To end that shit. GG's, bro. GG's. GG's. And give it a chance. That game was close. That's the closest game I had with niggas, bro. Hold on. How do you win that?